If you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. This video is a quick showcasing of the Hubtown Hammer channel factions. I have a few Army and other Warhammer 40K projects I'm working on I can show you all. Right now it's Deathwing Knights into Grey Knight Paladins. The Grey Knights detachment overviews should be done this week, then back to the normal 2 Custodes, 1 Grey Knight, 1 Salamanders, and hopefully 1 battle report a week schedule. Let's take a look at the channel's Custodes collection first. I just finished repainting the main units that I use and most of my Codex units. The Adeptus Custodes are the main faction of the channel, the faction I enjoy the most, and the reason I created the channel. I've always tried to have more Custodes videos on the channel than any other faction, and this is not going to change. The faction I know the most, with the most experience. I've played countless games of 10th edition with the Adeptus Custodes. Videos have been coming up Mondays and Thursdays for the Custodes. List videos, deep dives, or strategies are the types of videos on the channel. They are also featured heavily in our battle reports. I have recently decided to repaint some of my Custodes. I had rushed most of them for a tournament, never thinking I would have them for the world to see. Now I am by no means a fancy painter. I mostly dry brush everything, then do some light work with some fine brushes. My old Custodes compared to my new ones does show the difference between when I started about 3 years ago until now. I have been revamping the 3 main channel factions, new units and new paint for some. Here are the Hubtown Hammer Adeptus Custodes. Next up is the Salamanders. The Salamanders have been covered on the channel almost from the start of the channel. The Salamanders look to have a new or replacement detachment, Forge Father Seekers. I want to wait until the rules are officially released before I start making some videos. It makes for a better looking video, as well if Vulcan had some points changes or if he keeps his Infernus OC2 buff. There are not a lot of changes between the Firestorm Assault Force and the Forge Father Seekers. It is much less transport dependent, which makes my Salamanders happy. There will be a new Vulcan Histan deep dive along with many other videos covering the Forge Father Seekers coming to Flamestorm Friday. Army-wise for the Salamanders, I have a lot of infantry units. I'm trying to make them themed towards the Salamanders as much as I can. I need some jump pack veterans, maybe a Centurion unit or 2 as well. Mostly, I want to max out my Infernus units. I have 10, I need 20 more. The new Vulcan model, along with some more Torrent and strong shooting units to go along with the shooting heavy Forge Father Seekers detachment. I recently came across a bunch of Terminators and other Space Marines I was able to absorb into my Salamanders. Next up is the Grey Knights, the 3rd faction of the channel. The channel has been covering the new Grey Knights 10th edition Codex. There should be 4 to the 5 detachments overview on the channel. The 5th and last Codex detachment should be out soon. The Grey Knights are an old model range. They are quite a bit shorter than the new Space Marine models. A lot of the Grey Knights I have are a mix of real Grey Knight units and some kit bash Space Marines. One project I'm working on right now is looking really good so far. I need to get some of the new Grandmaster and Nemesis Dreadknight kits when they become available. I would like to get a Storm Raven and a few other random Grey Knight units as well for my army. I probably will convert some more Space Marines into Grey Knights while waiting for the range refresh. This way, I may only need to replace half my army instead of the whole thing. Which Space Marine units or models would make for some good Grey Knight kit bashes. On to our current projects. I have been painting and building up the terrain collection to get ready to play some games. I've tried to get some battle reports out on the channel. Summer is very busy, much harder to set up for games. I'm working on using some solo games as a way to teach things such as how to score points, how to stage, and when is our go turn. I decided to make myself some Grey Knights Paladins out of the new Dark Angels Deathwing Knight models. I replaced the shoulder pads, some weapons, and added some bits to make them look a bit more Grey Knights. I will show you a bit of the process and how they look now. Originally they did look like Deathwing Knights with their coloring. I decided to strip that down, reprime it black, and go for my channel Grey Knight scheme. I usually start with a lead belcher base and just brighten it up from there and add some color, nothing too fancy because like I said I'm not the best painter, but something that makes them pop. I think this paint scheme is pretty good for my level of painting skill. This is close to the final result. There's a few more things I need to do here, highlight a few things, brighten up a few other places on these models, but for the most part these are done. I did include some of my older Grey Knights Terminator models just to show you the difference between the sizes of these models. about a year ago, I had received a bunch of Firstborn Dark Angels models. A lot of them were Terminators and some of them were the Deathwing Knights. So this is the old Deathwing Knight model compared to the new Deathwing Knights. These new Grey Knight Paladins look really good, and my hope for this is when the new range does come out, I don't need to replace my entire army because I will have some of the new updated scale models, so hopefully I won't have to replace everything, maybe about half of my army, time the range comes out and I'm done all my kit bashing. What do you all think of these Dark Angel Deathwing Knights turned into some Grey Knights Paladins? On to the future plans. As of writing this, for the next month we have no future project plans, mostly just getting the videos out and focusing towards Custober 2025. Possibly collect some more terrain and models that the channel factions are lacking. I would like to kit bash a few more Grey Knights to match my now larger Paladins. The summer is winding down, kiddos are back to school soon, battle reports will ramp back up. Before I lose my mind, I need to get some games in. I will finish the video with some final thoughts. Let's pray to the Warhammer gods that we can get our battle reports back on track. I love playing the physical game so much that it puts me in a more creative and happy mood. Subscribe for battle reports, list videos, and other Warhammer 40K content. Channel members gain early access to videos and an invite to the channel Discord. Like always, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by.